New tonight, shocking new video of an attack earlier this year on a Metro bus driver, causing that bus to crash into a restaurant.
And a wet weekend is ahead for southern Wisconsin. We're going to be using Future Track to show you when those showers and even some thunderstorms will start, peak, and end. That's coming up.
And Game 3 of the National League Championship Series underway in Los Angeles as the Brewers look to fight their way back into the series. And we welcome you to News 3 now at 6. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. We begin with the dramatic video of a bus attack that happened back in February. It caused the bus to crash into a restaurant on Madison's east side.
Well, we want to warn you, the video may be difficult to watch. Our Tanasia Shaw is breaking down that video. And Tanasia, a judge recently sentenced the attacker shown in these clips.
Raven Johnson, who is on the screen right here, is facing 3 years in prison. She pleaded guilty to attacking the Madison bus driver back in February. In the video, Johnson hit the driver, then they got into an altercation while the driver was still in the driver's seat. We are seeing the moments after the bus crashed into the Asian House restaurant on Madison's east side. Even after the crash, Johnson attacked the driver again. Eventually, both the driver and Johnson stood up and had another struggle, and that lasted about 30 seconds. After that, the driver reaches for a phone, and then the video ends. And prosecutors say that this happened because the bus route wasn't going where Johnson wanted to go. And earlier today, I spoke to the owner of the Asian House restaurant, and she did not want to go on camera, but she told me that she wants to move on with forgiveness and just adjust to her new normal after the restaurant was damaged.
All right, Tanasia, thank you. One person is in custody, another suspect at large after Madison police got reports of two people running through backyards and opening homes and vehicle doors. Officers were called to the area of Black Oak Drive at Lewan Drive shortly after 1:45 this morning, and there they found two people riding bicycles, wearing face masks and gloves. Both suspects fled the scene. Police reported finding one of the bikes abandoned along with a handgun and a shoe. An 18-year-old man was later arrested and is being held at the Dane County Jail. The second suspect does remain at large. Anyone who has any information regarding this incident is asked to contact the Madison Police Department.
To breaking news now, Ace Frehley, the original lead guitarist of the rock band Kiss, has died. According to his agent, Frehley died peacefully, surrounded by family, following a recent fall. This year, Frehley canceled his appearance at Broadfest over health concerns not related to that fall. He is widely considered one of the greatest guitarists to ever live and was inducted with his bandmates into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2014. Ace Frehley was 74 years old. And now to weather, we have more chances of rain on the way. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has the latest.
And boy, oh boy, do we need these raindrops here. Let's break this down here. Tonight, I can't rule out an isolated shower. Better chances for rain, maybe even a thunderstorm as we go a little bit later into Friday evening and Friday overnight. And then especially as we go into Saturday night, that's probably the best chance for rainfall in southern Wisconsin. And as I mentioned, we could use the rainfall. Let's track some of those raindrops. The Friday night raindrops, 5:30 p.m. Camp Douglas to Viroqua. As we head towards 10 o'clock, maybe a shower or thunderstorm towards the Dells. Best chances for showers and a couple of thunderstorms will be approximately from 2 a.m. Saturday morning to let's say 4 or 5 in the morning as they pull off towards the north and towards the east. But there's more rain in the forecast. I mentioned Saturday night could be quite widespread. When I come back in just a few minutes, we're going to track this weather system from the start to the end, how much water you can expect, and the latest on our drought monitor. It's not good news.
Alex, thank you. As the government shutdown now enters day 16, the National Weather Service and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, are weathering the storm. The department employees are working without pay during this shutdown, meaning you'll still get your daily forecasts and weather warnings. But UW-Madison Research Program Manager Chris Vagaski says after significant federal cuts to the National Weather Service, the shutdown stresses an already strained department.
We're short-staffed in the National Weather Service. We've been trying to hire around 600 more people, and that's a long process to do that. And the longer that the shutdown goes on, the longer that we're not doing that. And it's going to take even longer then for us to get back up to full speed.
And the shutdown could also have an impact on severe storm relief. Vagaski says FEMA's disaster relief fund is starting to get dangerously low and will need congressional approval to be refilled.
Well, the government program WIC has received a $300 million lifeline, keeping it operating for the next few weeks. WIC provides food assistance and services to nearly 7 million pregnant women new mothers, and young children. The Trump administration announced last week that it would use tariff revenue to fund the program. However, if the shutdown continues into November, these benefits could again be at risk.
The state of Wisconsin is wrapping up its 2025 fiscal year with a $4.6 billion surplus. That's roughly $265 million more than expected. Governor Evers says the state's fiscal health remains strong despite national uncertainty, pointing to record savings and steady tax growth. Officials credit responsible budgeting and continued economic strength for the positive outlook.
Former Wisconsin Democratic Party Chair Ben Wickler says that he will not be running for governor. There had been some speculation surrounding whether Wickler would enter the race after he stepped down as chair earlier this year. Wickler chaired the Wisconsin Democratic Party from 2019 through July of this year. In his announcement, Wickler also said that he'll be working with Governor Tony Evers and new Wisconsin Democratic Party Chair Devin Remiker in order to support the party's Governor Readiness Project. This initiative is set to leverage the state's party resources and fundraising efforts to support the winner of the Democratic gubernatorial primary. Well, Game 3 of the National League Championship Series is underway in Los Angeles.
1-1 right now as they go to the bottom of the third. Brewers really need to get this thing done tonight, get back in the series. The fans, they haven't given up hope. Many are gathering at local establishments to cheer on the crew. Maddie Heimsch live at State Street Brats to get an update on how the fans are doing with this game tonight so far. Maddie?
It is 1-1 as the Brewers and the Dodgers head into the third inning here. The Brewers tying that score at the top of the seventh. Now we're at State Street Brats where we found a pretty good group of fans here to watch the game. I'll let you take a look here. Some cheering, some cheering. A lot of excitement here considering the Brewers are, of course, the underdog coming into this game, losing 2-1 on Monday in Game 1 and 5-1 on Tuesday, Game 2. And those games were at home at AmFam Field. So heading across the country now, they're sitting at that 0-2 record in this series. But fans I talked to just before the game, they felt pretty good considering that underdog status.
You look at Los Angeles, you look at Milwaukee. Los Angeles probably doesn't even know the names of our players, so, but I'm hoping, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, which is what I do during the game, so I hope that they do well.
And we talk about that underdog status. Obviously, the Dodgers are defending or looking to defend their title as the World Series champions this year. But the Brewers they had the most successful run in the regular season so far. So to call it an underdog team, is it, isn't it? We don't know. These fans are hoping that it's not. And hopefully a little bit later tonight, they get to see some celebration. So we'll get back to the game and I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live from State Street, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
They are holding out hope. Thank you, Maddie. In other news now, Alliant Energy is launching its first 100 megawatt battery energy storage system in Grant County. The newly operational battery stores solar energy, among other resources, and releases it to the grid as needed. The battery is located next to the company's Grant County solar project. That features a 200 megawatt solar array capable of generating enough electricity to power more than 50,000 homes. According to Alliant Energy, excess electricity is stored by the battery and is released when the demand is low.
Coming up next, a new wildlife area in Dane County is now open to the public. We'll tell you what it has to offer.
Plus, the sturgeon spearing season is months away, but time is actually running out to get a license. How much longer the DNR says you have to wait when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. After a long wait, Dane County Parks says the Sugar River Wildlife Area is open to the public. It's located in the towns of Montrose and Verona. The property spans nearly 1,000 acres along Badger Mill Creek and the Sugar River. It looks beautiful. Visitors can snowshoe, hike, or use one of the 2 canoe and kayak landings to paddle the river. Officials say portions of the property also serve as a Dane demo farm site. It's part of a research initiative looking into innovative farming methods and conservation practices.
13 hunters will begin flocking to tree stands and blinds across the state starting Saturday as the 2025 elk hunting season begins. This year is the 8th elk hunting season since the species were reintroduced to the state back in 1995. Now, 13 hunters, only 13 were chosen at random from a pool of more than 26,000 5,000 applicants. Hunters looking to apply for the 2026 elk hunting season can apply starting March 1st of next year. There is a $10 application fee, $7 of which goes directly to elk management, habitat restoration, and research. And the DNR reminding everyone interested in spearing a sturgeon from Lake Winnebago next year that they need to buy a license before the end of this month. There are an unlimited number of licenses available for Lake Winnebago, and both residents and non-residents can purchase a license through the Go Wild system or at any licensed sales location. Now, all license holders have to be at least 12 years old. The 2026 sturgeon spearing season will open February 14th. It'll run for a maximum of 16 days or until any of the predetermined harvest caps are met.
Well, the Henry Vilas Zoo will soon welcome another polar bear to Madison. This is Siku, a 15-year-old male bear from the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. Siku will be moving. I'm trying to see if he's moving or not. Actually moving. Nope, just a picture.
Still photo.
Moving to Madison for a breeding recommendation in the coming weeks. Siku's arrival coincides with the anticipated arrival of Nora, who we've talked about before, a female polar bear set to come to Madison from the Oregon State Zoo in Portland. Both will join 26-year-old female Barrett. No word yet on an exact date of when the bears will arrive, but they will move.
Doing a little matchmaking there at the Vilas Zoo. And still ahead at 6, a tale of two economies. What a new report is revealing about income and the cost of living.
Plus, retail coffee prices are soaring, but tariffs are not the whole story. We'll tell you what else is behind the jolt in costs.
And we could see the return of some summer-like temperatures, at least for tomorrow. Alex with a complete forecast when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The nation's largest banks are reporting a big jump in profits from last year, but many Americans say they are struggling. According to a new survey by Primerica, about 69% of middle-income Americans say their income is falling behind the cost of living. That's up from 50% just 5 years ago. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger explains why many are feeling the pinch.
The cumulative effect of inflation, prices at the grocery store, prices for daycare, prices for housing, prices for healthcare, that is putting pressure on people. Even if you are lucky enough to have a retirement plan at work, that is for decades in the future.
The survey also found about half of Americans are increasingly using their rainy day emergency funds to make ends meet, with fewer people paying off their credit card balances month to month.
Well, if you've noticed your morning coffee costing more these days, you're not alone. In recent months, retail coffee prices in the U.S. have jumped, increasing by more than 20% in August compared to last year. According to the National Coffee Association, 99% of all coffee consumed in the U.S. is imported, and Brazil is the country's top supplier and faces an import right now of 50%. So big brands and small shops have been trying to absorb the costs.
Because costs are high now. For the first time ever, we're thinking about, okay, well maybe let's just not print the gold on the inside, because that could save us another couple of cents a bag. We're trying to get creative without changing the quality of the product inside, which is what consumers care about the most.
But it's not just tariffs causing trouble. Shipping costs are also rising. In addition, bad weather and droughts in places like Brazil and Vietnam are impacting harvest and production. So when supply goes down, prices go up.
Certain brands of cinnamon could be hazardous to your health. So far, the Food and Drug Administration has identified 16 brands of ground cinnamon that they say contain elevated levels of lead. The FDA has said it has asked all companies, with the exception of Haite, to voluntarily recall the products. If any of the ground cinnamon products listed by the FDA are on your shelf, you should immediately throw them away.
Turning to the weather now, it's been a rainy end of the week and possibly weekend ahead. We have Alex with the complete forecast.
And we could really use those raindrops. Wait till I show you the latest drought monitor. And we do have rain chances Saturday, especially in the evening. A warm high of 73 and then 60 on Sunday, behind a weather system that's going to be giving us multiple chances for showers and even thunderstorms. Where is it right now? It's across the high plains over parts of the Dakotas, and it's going to be rapidly shifting off towards the east, bringing a warm front in right as we speak, and then a cold front. Let's track the cold front. Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Boscobel to Prairie du Chien up towards the Dells, seeing a couple showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Better chances for showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Platteville up to Madison, up to the Beaver Dam area as we head towards midnight. Those showers then press off to the east. We get a break. Look at this time here, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's an important time for Madison with the Badger game going on. Dry, I think, at that point. Then a ripple of energy. A low pressure is going to ride up along that weather system with another front coming through, bringing rain, possibly some of this rain being on the heavy side Sunday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then that weather system off to the east it goes by the time we get to a little bit later in Sunday, but being replaced with gusty winds again from the northwest. And even though the skies will start to turn partly to mostly sunny a little later on Sunday, it's going to feel a bit cooler. 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch from tonight going all the way through Sunday. Some pockets could get a little bit more than that, and hopefully the track of this weather system doesn't move any further to the south or to the north so that we get this rainfall in southern Wisconsin. And here's the reason why. The latest drought monitor, as I mentioned yesterday, I expected abnormally dry conditions to expand further. They have, and we even now enter moderate drought from Darlington to Monroe to Janesville. Even just on the very, very bottom of the screen here, if you can see it, we have severe drought conditions building in Illinois, and I expect that to continue to raise to the north if we don't get some more appreciable rain. This weekend's weather system will be helpful, but it's not going to erase the abnormally dry conditions. We're down an inch for the month. We got a ways to go yet. We're down about 3 inches already now for the year. So the dry weather pattern is going to continue across southern Wisconsin once we get past this weather system. For the most part, dry tonight, 50s to near 60. Normal lows around 40s. So we're going to be nearly 20 degrees above normal tonight with that weather system as the warm front has come through. Breezy with showers, especially at nighttime on Friday. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. Some places closing in on 80 degrees with that normal high right around 60 degrees. That warm day on Saturday, still 73. Good chances for showers, maybe some thunderstorms, especially Saturday night going into Sunday. Morning highs around 60. That could be an early high on Sunday. Monday, maybe a few showers behind the weather system in the afternoon hours, and then temperatures in the upper 50s, right around 60 for the end of the week. That's totally normal for this time of year. And let's break down the Badger game here. Tailgating temperatures, mid to upper 60s. It's quite mild for this time of year. Can't rule out a shower. Can't rule out a shower at kickoff, but it's later in the evening, well after the game, that we have better chances for showers and thunderstorms. I think the game, for the most part at this point, will be dry.
All right, and hopefully successful. Hold our breath.
We'll see.
Thanks,
You'll
Alex.
be holding it for a while.
I know.
We'll be right back with sports. All right, the Brewers looking to steal one. Game 3 from the Dodgers in Los Angeles. This game started about an hour ago, and they're hanging in there. Tied at 1. We're into the bottom of the 4th inning now. Highlights of the big game tonight. Join us at News 3 Now at 10. After last week's win over the Bengals, the Packers are now getting ready for the Arizona Cardinals.
Here is News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde with more from Lambeau Field.
If there's one thing we can normally count on from Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, it's that he will answer essentially any question we have. And he will try to do it without coach speak and by being honest. For example, today, he was more than happy to discuss the Packers' struggles defensively in the 4th quarter, where they've given up 63 points in the 4th quarter and overtime out of their 102 points given up overall. Had no problem with that. The one thing he told us when he walked into the room today, he wasn't talking about holding penalties, which is good because as we've focused so much on the number of holding penalties that are not being called on Micah Parsons was happy to do the talking himself.
You could tell how they call the games. They don't call offsides for offense, but they'll call it on defense. They won't call offensive pass interference, but they'll call defensive pass interference immediately. Like, we know what you're trying to do. They want to load the points up so fans can be happy, and you know what I mean? They'll call defensive holding, but they won't call offensive holding. Like let's just wake up. Like, it's just one of those things that we know what the higher-ups is trying to do.
Now we'll see if the officials in Sunday's game against the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona get the message, and maybe there is a holding penalty called on whoever's trying to block Micah Parsons. But the bottom line is, whether he's getting the calls or not, it's up to him to affect the game. And Jeff Hafley believes that Micah Parsons, even with those calls that aren't being made, is affecting the game. We'll have full coverage of everything Micah Parsons and everything Packers on our website, channel3000.com, where our Packers coverage is always free. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for the Packers newsletter, which delivers our coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Thank you, Jason. And the Packers take on the Cardinals in Arizona this Sunday. Kickoff 3:25.
And the Badgers welcome top-ranked Ohio State to Camp Randall Stadium on Saturday. You'll be able to watch the game right here on WISC TV Channel 3. The defending national champs have won 10 straight games. You know, Wisconsin has lost 4 straight games overall and 8 straight in the Big Ten. They are nearly 4-touchdown underdogs. Kickoff set for 2:30 right here on CBS. Don't forget to tune into the Wisconsin Huddle tomorrow night. This week, Wisconsin Volleyball's Miley Chan joins our sports director, Andrew Banster, to talk about all things Wisconsin Volleyball as the 7th-ranked Badgers get ready for a top 25 showdown with UCLA Friday. The show starts at 6:30 right after News 3 Now tomorrow night.
Final check on our forecast.
Rain, and a lot of folks really do need this rain. And I know the farmers, some of them are still finishing up their harvest, but drought conditions are spreading across southern Wisconsin as we speak. Rain chances Friday night, pretty good. And then again, Saturday night, I think the Badger game will be dry at this point. Few showers on Sunday, and then cooler as we go on into next week. But those temperatures, Wednesday through that following Sunday, that's totally normal for this time of year, 50s.
Sounds great.
Alex, thank you. Our next newscast coming up tonight at 10. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.